Fan through and through. So I got these socks for Christmas. About to throw these on. Shout out Cal State LA. Anybody knows this? I used to go there. I went there back in 2009. Damn, it's 11 years ago. Fucking old, aren't I? Yeah, about to throw on these. Yesterday I went to the 7-Eleven. I even gave the guy I seen there a couple times. He's like a young buck. He's probably like 24, 25. He has some big ass at the 7-Eleven. He works there. So I shot him some of my CDs, and I went in there. I needed to get this, and then the phone portable thing, so to put it in. He hooked it up with like the matte black. We call it flat black, but people, I guess matte because it's smooth. I don't know, but yeah, here. He's like, yeah, that's a guy, so I'm gonna hook him up with a plain black color. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my Raider socks. That's it. Just wanted to show you. I have some slippers. So, as you guys can see, my toenails are getting very long, and I need a. I keep forgetting. I went to Walmart. I didn't want to get it there. It's kind of expensive. I'm gonna go to the 99 and get a. Let my feet dry. I let your feet dry. Want to see my runner's blisters? Boom. Yeah. I didn't go running yesterday. I have all this right here. Boom, look at that blister. Wow. So yeah. Shout out the dude who makes these stickers. His name's Goofy El Barbudo. I got this one because this was like the most, like, he's a musician, his story, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I try to take it off when I get paranoid. Like, dude, the fuck, this guy had a bad fucking life. He was a soldier, I guess. In his own, like, in Mexico. He had a crazy story, Chalino. The guy who made this sticker, shout out to him, man. It's been on there a while. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these Raider sock on. Okay. There, we're gonna meet my baby mama at a police station near around here. So yeah. Shout out to all the dads who had to do that, you know, who maybe have let their anger get the best of them in the past. So, yeah, so. So I just wanted to show you guys my socks. But, yeah, ended up talking. Shout out to I voted. Nothing that, like, interesting in my life that much. I'm just a man who's trying to just work through his issues, you know? That's all I'm trying to do. So, hold on. Okay. Got it on. Yes. There you go. Shout out to the Raiders, man. We finished 8-8. We didn't finish off the season. We left a lot on the table, man, but the Raiders had a lot of injuries this year. And but they still got young players. And Derek Carr is still a very good quarterback, so yeah, shout out Derek Carr, man. I'm sure if you dig deep enough, you'll probably find some comments of me giving Derek Carr a hard time. Like, man, you got to get rid of this guy. But he's a great player. He's only going to get better. I mean, Rich Gannon was like in his almost 15th year or something like that when he took the Raiders to the Super Bowl. So if we're going to scale it off of that, you could say Derek Carr has like a lot of years left. So as long as he can stay healthy, stay positive and all that. So yeah. So I'm getting ready quick because I'm going to go meet my daughter right now. Probably go to the park. I just want to talk about a little bit of Instagram for anybody out there. Like, kind of be careful with Instagram because sometimes it leaves you, like, reaching sometimes, maybe doing things to, like, get that attention from other people. And, like, and sometimes you even do it to want to hurt other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful with that because it does hurt other people, you know what I'm saying? So you got to just be very careful with social media. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just say, like, we need to eliminate social media for good, for sure. I mean, there's valid arguments for that, but fuck, will the world go crazy we're so caught up in it right now. All the young people will be like, what the hell do we do? Now we got to talk to people. Now we got to go make friends. Now I got to, what am I doing this for? What am I acting like I'm so cool for if there's no platform to show that I'm so cool, you know? People have to start being themselves, and I don't know. It's kind of weird, but so just be careful in there, you know? Especially if you're going through, like, I don't know, if you have, like, an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend and you're, like, trying to just keep creeping on them, you're just going to keep getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because some people just, you know, they don't see it that way. They see it, well, just don't look at it, you know? It's like, damn, it's easier said than done, you know what I'm saying? If the tables are turned, it'd be different, you know? But, I don't know. I have an ex-girlfriend, and she told me one time, she was my girl, like, no more than fucking 2 or 3 months before. But now she, like, at the time she got, like, a new boyfriend. And it hurt because, I would still see it on Instagram and stuff. Like, it's just tempting. It's just the temptation of it. That, like, I want to know. Like, you don't want to know, but you're like, I want to know. But then, like, it just hurts you every time. So it's just better you just stay off of it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if maybe they're using it. Someone could always say they're not doing it to try to hurt you, but it just totally looks that way. But it's just frustrating when they could just live like, it's my life, it's my business, stay out of it. But it's not that easy. I'm sure a lot of people go through that, you know. And a lot of people are young that go through that. They don't know better. So then they start trying to, like, challenge that other person. They start posting they start doing even more crazy things and acting out off of emotion, you know, because there ain't nobody there to help them or talk to them about what they're going through. Like, just stay away from the social media, kind of lay off of it, you know. And it goes for people who are trying to make a relationship work, because, you know, especially if it may have not worked because of, you know, cheating. Maybe they cheated, but now you guys are still trying to make it work, you know. You got to stay off social media. You got to at least build trust. And a lot of time it's the person who maybe didn't cheat. They don't understand that. You know, they're still doing it. But it's like, well, I'm not the one that cheated, so you should stay off of it. You know what I mean? Or even vice versa. I don't know. Sometimes one person just doesn't understand, you know. Maybe it just doesn't work that way. Maybe it's over, you know. If you can't work together and compromise, and also do everything you can to stay away from the little arguments that continue to. Because you're going to sit there, and the world's already going to remind you. You're going to sit there with that person, and you're trying to get over it, whatever mistakes they made. And you're going to sit there, and you're going to see on TV a situation, especially like sitcoms or a movie, where, like, the same thing occurred in your relationship that's on the TV. And, like, so it's always trying to remind your conscience. Like, the world's always trying to remind your conscience of the wrong you did, you know? So it's best that you both recognize it, and you both have compassion towards that, and you both, and this is obviously in a setting that's where it's like, let's say it's just like you guys live together, you have your own space, you know. A lot of times it's other people around that could even make a situation worse, you know, that they don't know what part of your relationship you're on. So if you don't have like a house of your own or your own space, sometimes it just seems hard to even be happy, you know what I'm saying? Or to your fullest potential, you know? And so yeah, I just think that just kind of like lay off social media, even if you has nothing to do with the relationship. It's just maybe something that fucks with you mentally. Maybe, you know, like you're insecure, so like going on and seeing all these people live their life and living like these peaceful lives, or these lives that like they are themselves, and you're like envious of it, and it kind of just makes you always left empty at the end, like, I'm not like that, or, you know. So just think that you can maybe give it a rest, you know what I'm saying? Especially if your heart's a little broken, you know, whether it be from your past or... There's good things on social media, you know. There's dope interviews of people that maybe relate to you and things like that. You could also post videos too and stuff, and it's pretty fun. Makes me feel like I'm not alone, especially if I'm in a situation where I'm getting anxiety. I just pop this out and just kind of talk through it, you know. I'm gonna go pick up Alamin. I'm gonna try not to exchange too many words with my baby mother, even though I'm hurt. But I am at fault, you know. This is not me acting like, oh, pity, you know. This is just the truth, you know. And it'll get better, you know. And it'll get better, meaning my happiness. I'll learn to accept who I am, and I'll learn to accept the mistakes that I made, and I'll just learn to live and be happy. And yeah, so it's what it is, man. It's not the easiest life, but you know, we live in America where if we have $5 in our pocket, we go get a cheeseburger. So a lot of it just has to do with our image, our self-image, our self-worth. A lot of America is based off of that, you know what I'm saying? Being a good-looking person, having the good, you know, having the, keeping up with the trends, keeping up with everything going on around you. But as you get older, just things change, you know? As you get older, things change, you know? For some people, but yeah, I mean, I pray whenever I go through anxiety, whenever I'm paranoid, like when I smoke bud and I get paranoid, I pray to God to slow my thoughts down, because a lot of thoughts come and try to attack me, like, you're a bad person, like, what you're doing is not good, like, you're a bad person, you're destined for bad, like, and like, people are out to hurt you and get you, and like, it's like kind of insane to go through that, but there's no other option. Like I can't go on the pills because they just fucking, like, they left me, like, and then I don't want to be upset and have to be around people, so I'd rather like change my mood by smoking, and then a lot of that opens up my senses, like the things I've done and who I don't want to be. And after I get past that paranoid state, I come to a place of like, oh, okay, I'm good, like, I'm good, you know. And I'm blessed to be in America. Like I said, everybody's just trying to like maintain their freedom right now. You know, just trying to avoid all bad attitudes right now. Like I was at Walmart the other day, and they were like stacking, they were restocking, and I'm not sure if you know those little like cages. They're pretty much like hanging shelves, but they look like a gate or a fence, but it's a hanging shelf, and they hang by these clips. So I'm walking, and like that thing, I didn't see. I wasn't even looking down, and I kind of kicked it, but it was already in the way because it was like close to the end of the aisle. You know, they were gonna make like the there's a name for it, but they were gonna put like some sort of promotional thing up against at the end of the aisle, like at the very end, at the tip of it. You know, it's the aisle and then the end. It's like I like hit it, and then like I even turned around and I kind of like pushed it back in place, and I'm like walking because like at the end of the aisle was and then it's the back wall of the building, and that whole back wall is like the cold meats, like the, you know, sandwich meat and even dairy products. Like the whole aisle was cold. The whole like side wall was where like, you know, the cold meat, the cheese, and you know, the dairy products. All of a sudden, dude, I don't know if this guy had seen me before or what, but he tells me, "You're just gonna let somebody trip?" Something like that, man, to that effect. Like, bro, it was like 5 minutes later, dude. I kid you not. It wasn't like right away. It was like he seen it. He looked at the type of person I was, and then all of a sudden he wanted to tell me something, bro. And I said, "Bro, do you work here, bro?" I kept trying to ask, "Do you work here?" And in my head, I wanted to say, "Mind your own freaking business." And then I just kept going, but I was a little upset. I was a little like, "Are you serious, bro?" Like I should have laughed. Like there was one time, and I learned from it. Like I gave my homie some money, or I gave him some money to give me some food. At the time we were working together, and it was sour cream. He went into this Mexican joint and got some food, and he came back and had sour cream on it. And low key, I kind of had a bitch feel like, damn, fool, like, I told you not to get sour cream. Like, I wish you could have listened, you know? But just the way I kind of had a little bitch fit about it, you know what I'm saying? So I should have just laughed at that guy. But, you know, I don't think like that in a sense. Like, sometimes when I do come off rough and aggressive and stuff, sometimes it's just like who I am, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, you know, harmed by it, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like shit inside, you know? And so I just thought more like, man, bro, like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, I just felt like he's seen me before, so he already just had like, he just felt like he had to tell me, like he wanted to feel tough, or like, I don't know, maybe somebody who tattoos like me or something, maybe he had a bad past with somebody that looks like me, or see, there's other things that, there's just deeper things, you know, there's just deeper stuff. Yeah, it was just weird. Now I think about it, I feel kind of bad for that guy. I hope he's all right. I hope he's not fucking. I hope he's a happy guy, but he just wanted to fuck with me. He's not like super, super lonely and shit, you know? It was just weird, bro. I was like, bro, you know, so there's just things like that in the world you gotta avoid, you know? Right now, there's a lot of tension. It's very tense out there, especially like at Walmarts and things. You gotta stand in line for your food and stuff. A lot of people are not really talking to each other. They're just going off of vibes and like, you know, you just stand strong and you just kind of like wish good for everybody and keep your mind in a positive state. You know, you just keep moving forward. So I gotta go. I think they're already there, and I gotta put lotion on and head out the door. I'm gonna be gone for a couple hours, so I gotta be prepared when I leave. So anyway, y'all, may God bless y'all, and take care. You know, love yourself, care for yourself. Time to dust yourself off of the mistakes you made. You know what I'm saying? And stop letting your mind tell you you're not worth happy life. You're not worth anything. And just you try your best to talk to them kindly. Just nobody knows where you came from. Nobody knows who you are, and they could judge you off the bat. But the good thing about this world we live in is like we're free in a sense. We're like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're free to think how we do and feel a certain way, but you know, where people get in trouble is what they act on. But what I'm saying is, you might be battling with stuff in your mind, and people might think you're weird, or they might not understand you, or they might judge you. As long as you're safe and you're okay, just let it go. And I'm 30 years old now, man. I'm tired of this whole. I don't want to say half of my life. You know, people die like at 80s. I'm not giving myself a marker of when God is going to take me or when my destiny has been written. But what I'm saying is, I'm tired, you know? I'm just tired. I'm tired of, like, beating myself up. I'm tired of being my worst enemy, you know? And maybe you guys are tired of that. Maybe you guys are tired of putting yourself down and doubting yourself and just doubting yourself. When I go to the store, I'm doubting myself that I'm confident enough to walk behind somebody and know they're not judging me, or I'm confident knowing that I could smile and smile at them, and after the smile, not like the weight come back, and then feel like, you know what I'm saying? You smile in front of somebody, like, and you're like, I'm not happy. You know, like that's your mind telling you that. Why can't we be happy, you know? Anyway, I hear a neighbor close by. But it's fine. Hope anybody that hears this has a good day, and anybody that comes in my path does. Maybe some people that don't like me, they don't like me being positive like this, but I have to live my life and survive, and you have to live your life and survive, and that's all we can do. And we can just worry about ourselves and hope good for everybody. Worry about ourselves in a sense, our own peace and happiness, because without peace and happiness, you can't bring it to nobody. So maybe I'll let you guys know how the exchange went with my daughter's mom, and talk about maybe my small victory. I don't know. Anyway, start off with socks, didn't it? Late.